All right. So it is good to be back. Um, I'm glad that I got to get some more stuff done this year so far. It's been a great year, and I know that I ended up saying that I planned on doing some recording, so I'll be able to keep track of where things are going with my progress. And so I do want to report. Just because I haven't posted a video in a while doesn't mean that I haven't been active. I have, and so it's been great. And I want to do another one and just kind of post where things have been so far since the last video. So, like I had mentioned, I ended up getting a 6 string bass guitar, but I had to take it back due to some issues that it had. It was a glary 6 string bass, and the idea of a 6 string guitar itself was great. And so I knew that that was what I wanted. I knew that that was where I wanted to grow into. So 4 strings being what would be the most comfortable for now, but 6 strings being something that I wanted to do for the future once I got to that level. So it was more of a purchase for later on because I know that I wasn't going to be buying another guitar probably in the next 2-3 years. So it was great that my wife and family decided to give me the glary 6 string bass for my birthday. What ended up happening was I sent it back due to some issues with noise. I think that there was something wrong with the input, that there was something that wasn't soldered well enough, and there were other issues, more quality control things where the tightness on the knobs, for example, wasn't as tight as it should have been for a brand new instrument, even though it was, not a $600-700 bass guitar. For it to still come new, it just had some things that I wasn't satisfied with. So I ended up sending it back, and I will go ahead and show the one that I got instead. All right, so these are the two guitars. I'll get to this one in just a second, but this is the one that I had been using, that I got from a friend of mine. Now, 9.5 times out of 10, if you've seen a video in the past few years with me playing bass guitar, it was this one. It's been used on videos that I've done, where I've covered other songs that people played. This has been the main one that I've practiced with at home. I did borrow an Ibanez 4 string bass from a friend of mine, and so that established that really I wanted something that was more flexible, something that had active pickups. This has been great, but there are some things that I wanted to do in the future that this wouldn't be able to allow me to do. So you can see it's a PV Milestone BXP, bass with precision or P bass style pickups. And there's just the tone knob and then the volume knob. So I'll set that down really quickly. This is the guitar that I ended up buying after I sent that glary bass back. This guitar has been amazing, and to have something like this available, especially when I don't plan on buying another guitar in the next couple of years, has been awesome. I wanted a guitar that I could grow into, so it would allow me to play at my comfort level, kind of ignoring the low D string and the high C string here, and play on these 4 strings here as I'm continuing to grow and learn. But I didn't want to buy, or I didn't expect that I would be buying another guitar in the next 2 or 3 years. And so it had to be, and it was beneficial that it was something for now, but also something for the future. So I'm really grateful to my wife and family for the other one that they had gotten me. And so I just sent that back and then ended up getting this one instead. Now, this is an Ibanez GSR 206. 6 just referring to the 6 strings. They have a 4 string model of this. They have a 5 string model of this. And so just to go over a little bit of the information, and for people that can make, more sense of this than me, and I'll bring this up. So this is the model that I've got, just a different finish. You can see it's got a maple neck, a poplar body. It's got a Jatoba fretboard with white dot inlays, as you can see here. The bridge, it says it's a B16 bridge. String spacing is 16.5 millimeters. Now, what I've seen from and heard from so many people is that having a neck like this one has been awesome for them because they like to play fast, and the spacing of the strings, might be an issue for some people, but it allows them to be able to move and to be able to get up and down the fretboard really quickly. And that's something apparently that Ibanez is really famous for. And so it's something that I'm excited to get to do in the future. Just going back into a little bit of the information. So right here, these are the neck pickups. These are Dynamics X pickups. The H, I'm assuming, is a humbucker, and they're passive, but there's an active EQ. So as you play this right here, this knob, and then turn it up and down, it does boost the bass. So right here, we've got the volume for each pickup, and then this is the tone that just rolls off the treble, and then this is to boost the bass. And so you can see just some of the information here. This active bass boost, yeah, like it says here, it adds additional low end power, and then it goes into some up close pictures. Now, they do have a 5 and a 6 string model of this, and a 4 string. So, all right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna plug in really quickly and just show what I've been using. The program that I've been using, I used this when I was working on keyboard, and I've been using this on bass guitar. It's called Yousician. It's Yousician. Now, what's great is that you can use either your cell phone, your tablet, or in my case, I'm using my computer with my 16-channel interface, the same one that I use for drums and all the different videos, to plug into Yousician. Yousician has been awesome because it's allowed me to be able to learn so much really, really quickly. And I'll go ahead and plug in just to go over kind of how it works. Now, the audio that you're hearing is audio that's going into my microphone, but it's a USB microphone that's going into the computer. Normally, I plug everything into my audio interface, and then everything that you hear is really clean, but I wanted to get this video out really quickly and couldn't think of a quicker way at this point to be able to let you hear what I was playing on guitar, but also what Yousician is giving back in terms of feedback. Yousician is great because it allows you to be able to see if you're off pitch. It tells you if your timing of when you're playing is wrong. And I'll go ahead and just share what I'm looking at really quickly and go over some of the things in the program. Now, Yousician, you can use it on a cell phone. You can use it on a tablet. Right now, I'm using it with my audio interface plugged into my computer. And so I'm just going to take a 1/4-inch cable and plug it in. And I could, if I wanted to, change it so that it goes through the microphone of the computer, but I really wanted to have everything in real time. And if I'm playing with headphones, for example, I'm able to hear it really well. I can practice at night when people are asleep and it's not an issue. If you go into settings, you can see that Yousician allows you to learn guitar, piano, ukulele, bass, and if you want to sing, you can use it as well. If I go into my advanced audio settings, I can choose the driver that I'm using. So I've got my ASIO driver. This is my Tascam interface right here. And then I've got my guitar plugged into channel 9. Now, I had been using Yousician before, but what I'm doing now for this time around is resetting the progress. I did everything previously with just the 4-string, but I wanted to start all over again because it had been some time since I was using the 4-string in here. And then I wanted to see how comfortable I can get with the 6-string guitar, and then just see if I really dedicated myself, how much I could grow. So if I go over here to my progress, I'm on level 5. Okay, so right here, if you look at the profile, it tells you what your total playtime, your playtime, practice time, all of this is. I'm not really sure what the difference is between total playtime and playtime, if this is for every instrument that you have under one account. But you can see I'm at base level 5. I can go to my badges and just check out the progress. And so you can see these are ones that I've already gotten or that I'm working on. And so it's really cool to be able to see that. It does give you a streak count of how long you've been playing. All right, so you can see that daily, these are my streaks. I don't know how I missed yesterday. That kind of makes me sad because I was trying to get a streak of consistent practice in every single day. But yesterday it doesn't have any progress recorded, but today it says I've practiced 17 minutes. I did 75 minutes previously, 119 minutes on Wednesday. And then if you look at your weekly progress, you can see how much you practiced each week. And then even your stars that you accumulate, you can keep track of that as well. So it's really great to see all of that there. You also have the ability to connect this with Facebook. And so if you have Facebook friends that do this as well, you can compete with each other to motivate each other. And then you can see what their progress is if you've got friends on here as well. So what I'm going to do is I've got my guitar plugged in. I'm going to go over to the tuner, and I hope that you're able to hear this well. I'm going to turn it up a little bit. So this is a tuner for my guitar. Now, it does have 6 strings, but I'm going to ignore the low B string and the high C string. And so you can either turn this on auto or turn it on manual. So if you turn it on...
Tuning the right string. Double check which one you're playing.
Yes. So you can turn it on manual and then choose to tune the G string. And it will tell you if things are okay. So I'm going to mess up the tuning on purpose. And so what it does, it's listening if you have a microphone, or in this case, it's getting the signal directly from the interface. So all right, so everything looks like it's okay. Actually, let me tune that a little bit. Okay. So if I go to learn, you can see the progress that I've made so far. Level 1's teaching you about fretting. It's going into pitch, plucking. If I don't know about rhythm after being a drummer for 20 plus years, then I've got some other things I need to worry about. But it does really get into sitting in the pocket and listening to the pulse of the song and things like that. That might be really helpful for somebody who hasn't learned an instrument before this. And then you can see as you continue to go through, it's giving you information on melodic bass lines, organizing notes, vertical bass lines, and then different styles of music. I'll go back to learn in just one second, but you can see there are a bunch of different songs and genres that you can choose to play from. These are available at any point in time that you want to get on and practice. If you don't pay for it, you do get a limit of how much you can do the instruction every single day. But once you complete that limit that it gives you, you can go back and then practice any of the stuff without any limit on your time at all. So there are a bunch of songs on here. You can see new songs that they've even added to Yousician. And so it's great to know that they're continuing to update it, that these aren't just, songs that you haven't heard before, but a lot of times you can find your favorite artists, your favorite genre of music, and then play along with it. And just to wrap it up really quickly, I'm going to go to something really easy just so I don't embarrass myself. Actually, hold on. I'm going to go to songs. And I did set a couple aside. One that I love. This is level 4. So I will go to the practice mode just to show you how that works. Practice mode is really cool because you can use keyboard shortcuts to go through the song and practice, change the tempo, jump to any point in the song so you can move up to one measure, or if you want to hold down control and press the arrow keys, you can jump to different sections of the song as well. And then if you just press R, it restarts. So you can switch between practice mode and then perform. If you click perform, that will take you through the song at the regular tempo, and it'll allow you to be able to try to hit your goal for whatever amount of stars or whatever the score is that you want on that song. Hitting options, you can go to the tuner, the audio. You can also change the type of notation that you see. So I've got it set for tabs and notes. I don't want to just see what fret I'm supposed to press, but I want to see the notes as well, because that will help sync in what those notes are that I'm playing. If you have an interest in just using like the staff and having the notes listed there, you can do that, or you can use the standard and tab option here. So I don't want to change any of that, but what I do want to show you is going back into the screen, how things look. Now over here on the right, you can look at the diagram of your finger. So anything that has your red, anything that's red is going to be your pinky, and then blue is your ring finger. This purple is your middle finger, and then your index finger is going to be this one right here. That, and your index finger is going to be this gold color right here. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and play, and I'm going to turn down the bass a little bit and bring up the whole mix, so hopefully it'll come through this USB mic better. All right, here we go. Now I just want to say, keep in mind, I'm ignoring these two strings. So when you see anything in the video on screen that shows you it's supposed to be 4 strings, I'm just focused on these 4 here. All right. Gotta do better fingering.
Not quite my tempo. It's all good. No worries. Here we go. 5, 6, 7. You're rushing. Here we go. Ready? Okay. 5, 6, and.
All right, so you can see that it docked me. It docked me because of timing probably on the notes. Now, all of the notes were correct. You can see that there are, 3 gold stars on all of these sections, which means that the notes were completely fine. I can't add it to songs that I like, songs that I need to work on, or different collections. So if I wanted to improve, I could go back and do it there. And then if you click there, you can see it's adding this time to my activity today. So it is pretty cool. I'm going to do one more. I'll try to do something a little harder, but something where I know I'm not going to embarrass myself. So let me see what I can find. So there was a little bit of that. I hope that the audio came through really well. If it didn't, what I'm going to try to do is go back and then also add just some other video of me playing. And we'll see what happens. So thank you for kind of hanging out and taking a look at the progress that I've made so far. The great tool that Yousician is to be able to learn and to grow. And I'm hopefully going to be posting some more videos, doing some covers. So as you can see, I haven't just dropped the ball. I've been at this for 3 weeks now, doing Yousician with the new guitar. And I'm excited to continue to post more of the videos and even use this with the drums and with the keys and post some more content. So happy new year to everyone. God bless. And it's good to be back.